banks right now, worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days. What are you, nuts? 85% of the people do not know how to get out of the market. They lose money because they don't know when to get out. I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. I solved that with my Pro 2 color-coded chart. It tells you when to get out. It tells you when to get in, tells you when to add, not to add. Specifically, when do I get out? It tells you that. Check it out. Go to my site, philsgang.com. Get your 10-day free trial of my Pro 2 color-coded chart and a membership. What, are you nuts? If the stock market can make you so rich, especially Apple and Microsoft and Google and Amazon and the rest, why are so many Americans poor? If the 401k promises you a retirement, then why is it we are in a retirement crisis? Here's the answer. Because 85% of you get out of the market too late. I fixed that with my color-coded chart, which tells you when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out. That's right, when to run like hell. Check it out. You get a free membership and the free color-coded chart for 10 days. Check it out, philsgang.com.
Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com.
When the market's open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert. It says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night. You don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. What if you could have an in-depth understanding of the stock market just like the pros? Well, thanks to Phil Grandy and philsgang.com, you can. philsgang.com offers comprehensive, up-to-date market information designed to help you understand and anticipate market behavior. With philsgang.com, you'll build your investing confidence even through down cycles and periods of uncertainty. Go to philsgang.com. philsgang.com today. 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264.
Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed, because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere, because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG, try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you, start making money. Please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money
daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grandy.
The legislation would have no significant impact on economic growth through 2050, and that despite what Republicans and Democrats who wrote this bill said, the growth would not generate the savings, the $56 billion that they estimate. What do you say to that?
Well, we think there's going to be enormous economic growth coming out of this.
Oh yeah, enormous economic growth. That's butterbag, butterbee, butterboog. Unbelievable. I wouldn't trust a word he says. I don't trust a word of any of these politicians. You know, it's amazing. What really is amazing about this whole bill, you got Republicans passing it, voting yes. When 23% of the bill, just 23% is real infrastructure. They should be standing together and they should be saying, no way, we're not, this is crazy. This is crazy. Isn't that amazing? But no, they didn't stick together. And they should have stuck together and said, we want 10 or 20 or 30 minutes, whatever it is, to finish the wall. To finish the wall between Mexico and our southern border, rather. They didn't do that either. You know, one thing about the Democrats, they can hate each other, but they all stick together to screw somebody. The Republicans don't stick together on anything. That's why they always lose. But let's just talk about facts. GDP growth. Are you kidding me? What a lie that is. You know, you really want to know about growth? Before QE, for every $1 printed, the economy would grow by $4. For every buck they printed, the economy would grow $4. Not bad. Since QE and the massive money printing and the massive inflation was destroying our economy from within, especially Main Street, while making the top 1% of our population very, very wealthy, while screwing the bottom by screwing, the folks on Main Street. Think about that. So before QE, every dollar you print, you get $4. Good deal. But now, do you know, we get nothing? The $4 increase in GDP growth for each dollar we print has been wiped out by this ridiculous inflation to a net zero. What are you, nuts? This is unbelievable. Spending. Yeah, just like all this spending. Can you imagine the Republicans who are voting for this bill? It must tell you one thing, that our economy is in much worse shape than we ever thought for these Republicans to be voting for such a bill. Example, they're spending billions to increase rail, but they're not spending a penny on installing high-speed rail across the country. Isn't that stupid? That's Buttigieg. That's his idea. They're going to put billions of investment into water, but they don't spend a penny on upgrading all the antiquated water systems, all the rusty pipes. They don't. They're picking and choosing where they're spending the money. It's all going to be spent in the Democrat strongholds where everybody owes everybody a favor. We're not going to get any economic growth. We don't get economic growth today because of the inflation is wiping it out. I just gave you the example. They're spending butterbag here, butterboo. He's spending. This is his deal. He wants to make sure everybody has a detection device in their car to detect alcohol. And a device in their car to identify how many miles I'm driving. Can you imagine somebody lives out in the country? I did. I had a ranch in South Dakota. I'd have to drive 30 miles to get to a supermarket. Imagine having to be taxed on each one of those miles back and forth. Are you nuts? This is crazy. This is what's going on. This is crazy. Full amnesty for all illegals. They'll get free college and everything else. This bill's about recognizing transgender as a protected class. What does that got to do with anything? What does that got to do with a bridge? Would someone tell me that? They're trying to pass through that everyone gets an annual salary. That's AOC's idea. And here's what really gets me. Amtrak. Amtrak has never made money. It's the biggest waste of money. It's never run properly. They just received $70 billion in March of 2020 in the COVID package back then. Now they're getting another $60 billion and doesn't make a profit? So think about it. All this is a socialist wish list. So the only thing I could think of, the only reason why these Republicans are signing on for it, because they're thinking this will help the country. That's how bad a shape we're in. This is stupid. It's really stupid. And the other thing gets me. You have Biden, Sanders, Schumer, Pelosi, all of them on the floor. They're saying as a result of all this stimulus, the $2 trillion in the American Rescue Plan, the $1.2 trillion in the infrastructure bill, the $4 to $5 trillion in the reconciliation bill, which is the human infrastructure bill, they claim because of that will cause a big increase in our economic GDP growth and a big increase in personal income. And as a result, they can tax the wealthy on their increase in personal income because of these programs. What are you, nuts? And they said that's how they're going to pay for this infrastructure bill, and it's 100% paid for. We don't have to worry about taxes or anything else to pay for it. That's a bold-faced lie. Their own Congressional Oversight Committee says it's a lie. They're going to be $250 billion short. See, this is what's going on. This is what's going on with the market. I'll talk about this in a moment. And think about this. It's all about inflation. You know why they did those bills and why they did the $2 trillion, the $1.2 trillion infrastructure bill, the American Rescue Plan for $2 trillion. So what's that? $3.2 trillion. Now they're doing another $5 trillion. That's crazy. They want inflation. That's why. It's all about inflation. People don't realize that. You know, they talk about inflation as this bad thing. It's like your long-lost cousin showing up on your doorstep. You haven't seen him in 30 years. I'll just stay for a few days, your nightmare. That's how they talk about inflation so bad. No, they embrace it. Who's they? Wall Street embraces it. The banksters embrace it. Our Congress, our government embraces it. They want inflation. They embrace inflation. They embrace what destroys Main Street, what destroys your wages. They embrace it. Corporations embrace it. They all embrace it because why? What's it do? Inflation, what's it do? It makes money for them. Not for the guy on wages, but for these people, the banksters on Wall Street, all makes money for them. More inflation, the more wealth they create. And the more wealth is taken away from where it's needed on Main Street. More when I get back. Take a look at some stocks that should be in.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Graney at philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down. It keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. That's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. Banks right now are the worst ever. they've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, we're fighting against childhood cancer every day. At the heart of this battle are our donors.
Most of us want to make some type of difference in the lives of others. St. Jude does miraculous work.
The fact that no one has to pay, it's a place where everyone is treated as an equal.
Everybody is welcome here, and it doesn't matter your religion or what part of the world you're from, all that is taken away. It just gives you some hope.
It's just a nice feeling to put your energy into something that really does genuinely make a difference in a child's life.
There's just no greater gift. If we have the ability to help, then we have a responsibility to help.
Finding cures, saving children. St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Find out how you can help at stjude.org.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy. Is your business prepared to respond to any emergency in the workplace? Well, you better be. Let over 30 years of law enforcement experience go to work for you. Boyd Investigative Group is here for all your business security needs. I know. I use them. They're terrific. Call today for your free confidential consultation. 941-724-4535. That's 941-724-4535. Or visit them on the website, BoydInvestigativeGroup.com.
License number A1900020.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. And that's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now, worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days. Warning: Google, Apple, Microsoft, Netflix, Facebook, all these hot stocks are going to crash. They're going to drop as much as 60-70%. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. Exactly what happened in the dot-com days is going to repeat itself. Remember, 85% of people lose money in the stock market because they don't know when to get out. I fixed that with my color code technology chart. It tells you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. That's right. Make sure you check it out. It's free for 10 days, philsgang.com. When the market's open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert. It says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Welcome back. Learn, invest, and make profits with Phil Grandy. Simply go to philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. Hope you're listening to me on my YouTube channel. Remember, it's also archived. Oh, it's unbelievable. Listen to this.
Senate now has the votes to pass that bipartisan infrastructure package. Only a simple majority is required to get this through. The current vote tally has 55 senators voting in favor of it. The vote is still ongoing, though, but the outcome here was going to be clear after some key procedural motions passed.
Yeah, after the Republicans voted for this bill. It's awful. This is terrible. Now, listen to this.
The president put forward a way for this to be fully paid for from day one when the American...
That's a lie. This bill is not fully paid for. God, the lying is terrible. Can't they just tell the truth? Now, not only did the president lie, Biden, but Sanders and Schumer and 100 other people. They all lied. Say, oh, this is fully paid for. Don't worry about it. Not going to raise your taxes. Not true. They're saying it's fully funded as a result of all the stimulus. What are you, nuts? The $2 trillion American Rescue Plan, the $1.2 trillion infrastructure bill, the $4.5 trillion reconciliation bill they're going to try to put through. They say because of all this, they claim, has caused an increase in economic GDP growth and an increase in personal income. And therefore, they're going to start taxing the wealthy because of the economic growth and the growth in personal income. They're going to be able to tax the wealthy, and they're going to pay for this whole bill 100%, which is a bold-faced lie. I'm not saying that. Just not me. The Congressional Oversight Committee, which is bipartisan, even says they're $250 billion short. Of course they are. Are you kidding me? They're trying to take parking space in our head as if we're sitting on the world's longest stupid bench. That the American Rescue Plan of $2 trillion, the $1.2 trillion infrastructure bill, the $4.5 trillion reconciliation bill, going to pay for all this because now they can start taxing the rich? First of all, let's talk about it. Inflation. Before QE, and I said this before, for every $1 printed, the economy would grow by $4. Since QE, that's all been wiped out by inflation, so we don't grow. So by them saying we're going to grow, the economy's going to grow, and that's the way they're going to pay for it, is a bold-faced lie. They also say that they're saying how we got our GDP growth in the first quarter and the second quarter this year averaged about 8%. That's a bold-faced lie. It's not true at all. What they did is they created an illusion that it was 8%. They manipulated it. What they're saying is the quarterly numbers, they don't give you the quarterly numbers, which are 2% growth. They give you an annualized number so people pretend or think, or they take parking space and people said that it's when they go around, oh boy, growing 8% growth. No, it's not. The quarter only grew 2%. So they manipulate the 2% to 8% by giving an annualized number instead of a quarterly number. All to create an illusion of prosperity. What are you, nuts? This is crazy. GDP growth, adjusted for inflation, is a net zero. Personal income. Now remember, Sanders and Biden and Schumer said personal income is really taken off. And we're going to tax the rich. And this is how it's going to pay for the bill. But what we find out is it's not true. If you take personal income, including all the stimulus payments, including all the transfer payments, Social Security, Medicare, all that stuff, all the welfare payments, it's still, even at that $4 annual increase, we're still negative. It's not true. Even if you add all that in, we still have a net negative. And their own bipartisan congressional committee came up with that number. They announced even with, if let's say you added all that back in. So if you added in all the, first of all, without the stimulus payments, without transfer payments, without all that stuff, we're a net loss. Personal income didn't rise by 4% because the inflation been so bad from printing all this money, it wiped it out. So even if personal income, even if you add all that back in, let's say you give them credit for stimulus payments, let's say you give them credit for transfer payments, you give them credit for everything, we're still, if you give them credit for it all, we're still at a net zero. In fact, our personal income today is below where it used to be in February 2020. So there's no way this bill can be paid for. This is all pretend. This is all a bunch of BS. And that's what's throwing the market off. That's what's throwing the market off. The market's worried. We're not worried. It doesn't matter to us because we make as much money when the market goes down as it goes up. And that's what you should be doing. Put yourself in a position that when the market goes down, with the same ease you make with the market going up, you make money with the market going down. If you're only in position to make money with the market going up, then you should be out of this market right now. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding? Look, we're seeing today, let's go back. I told you last week, I said, look, the tech stocks, I warned you, especially everybody that was in Microsoft and everybody that was in Apple. The first thing I said last week is do not be buying Microsoft, do not be buying Apple. All of you are addicted to those two, you're going to lose money. I said, you got to wait until the Qs break out. And I even gave you the number where you got to wait till it breaks out to us. You got to punch through 370 on the Qs. You got to punch out 370 on the Qs. I said, first we got to get and maintain 365. And that was back on July 14th. I said, but you got to have good volume. Guess what? We punched through that 365. The volume was terrible. It still is terrible. And I said, look, we got to, because the volume's so bad, even if it stays above 365, now we got to punch through 370 to hold because the volume's horrible. So I said, look, and when we had the yields down to 118 basis points, the tech stocks weren't rallying. Now we're up to about 130 basis points. And I said, if you reach that 130 basis points, we better be in our bank stock. And that's exactly where I put everybody when we were about 118 basis points. We'll talk about our bank stocks next. Join my gang free for 10 days. If you make money, help St. Jude, please.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Graney at philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down. It keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. That's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now are the worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market is still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days.
philsgang.com is not the only way you can stay in touch with what we do throughout the day. With today's social media, you can stay up to date with Phil's Gang current events. You can find Phil's Gang on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and more. Phil's Gang Radio Show is broadcast live Monday through Friday from 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Facebook, Periscope, and, of course, YouTube. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. Go to philsgang.com and find our social media buttons at the top left-hand corner of the site. philsgang.com and Phil's Gang Social Media, keeping you connected.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. That's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now are the worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days.
I've been a Phil's Gang member since 2014. Over that time, I've generated over six-figure profits. Following Phil, his charting system has really been a huge impact on my career and my life. I would recommend Phil's Gang to the mom and pop out there. I would recommend it to parents teaching their children. I would recommend it to grandparents. If you really trust in their system, you will do well.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG. Welcome back. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call, 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
The unfolding of a market crash. If you don't think the stock market's going to crash, then you got to be nuts. This is going to be one of the biggest crashes ever. Just because they're stimulating the economy, they're plugging money in, keep driving up the debt. No, the market is going to crash. I bring you evidence every Friday on my YouTube channel. I review the week and tell you why we're getting closer to crash, so don't miss it. It's free for everyone. Go to my YouTube channel, Phil's Gang YouTube channel. You know, I've been doing that segment for what? I think 32 segments we have. And I think that's a great service because most people, when the market does crash, they have no clue. They wake up one morning and boom, the market's down 1,500 points. They try to get out of their 401ks. They find out they can't get out of their 401k. They got to wait to the end of the day, even if they get out of it then because they can't get a hold of their broker or whatever. Even if they go online, they can't get them. It's a terrible situation to be in. See, most people don't believe the market's going to crash. That's right. Most people don't believe it. Because most people, their head's in the sand. Because most people, they have their 401k and they think they're millionaires. They think they're getting rich. They don't even open up their 401ks when it comes to every quarter. They don't even look and see what they made. They just think they're getting richer than ever. Because all they hear when they're driving around, oh, the Dow's up again. The Dow's up again. Another record. Another record. Every day, another record. Another record. And so they become complacent. They become complacent, which is the worst thing you can be. If you're in a 401k, I'm begging you to get out. First of all, 401ks are rotten to the core. Fees eat away at your retirement. Just a 1% fee is going to take 33% of your retirement money, and it's going to take it away from you to give it to Wall Street. But you won't believe that. I know you don't. Remember, all this spending, they're not thinking about you on Wall Street. You think they're going to spend a total of $12 trillion by the end of this year. $12 trillion. Do you know what that means? It took 100 years to put $4 trillion on the balance sheet of the Federal Reserve. They put another $4 trillion within 4 months. 4 years. First it was 100, then 4 years. Are you kidding? They don't care about you. This is all about, they love spending. Because remember, the more they spend, the more inflation. That means they can take our banks. Remember, the banks run everything. Remember, our owners run everything. And our owners own the banks. They control the banks. They control the Federal Reserve. They want inflation. They don't care if gasoline goes to $3, $4, $5, $6. They could care less. You think they care about you with gas? No. Because, see, with inflation, all their assets continue to explode. Their artwork explodes. Their diamonds explode. Their special metals explode. Their stocks explode. And what's happening on Main Street? Your food bill is exploding. You go buy meat, it's exploding. You haven't got enough money to cover your bills. It's exploding. Why do you think they moved the credit? They extended credit from, I think it was 21 billion to 30. I think it was 37 billion. Give you more credit so you can go more and spend. They don't care about you. All these infrastructure bills is to get all that inflation, so they go to the government of the United States and bail them out. Because what happens is, with all this inflation, our country is so deep in debt. We're at 28 trillion, more than 28 trillion. Soon we're going to be at 30 trillion. And what they do is keep trying to get that inflation go higher and higher. That's why they're spending all this crazy money to go higher. So that means, if I used this example before, if we owe China $1 trillion, if every time we print money, the value of money goes down, so let's say it goes down 20%, that means if we don't owe China $1 trillion, we owe them $800 billion if the value of our dollar goes down 20%. But how does that help you on Main Street? It doesn't. That means you got to pay 20% more for bread, 20% more for milk, 20% more for gasoline. It's all to save the banks. That's right, the banks. How do you think they're propping up the banks? With inflation. See, when they inflate, when they create all this inflation, they can tax us. And when here's how they think about it. If we can create all this inflation, then we can tax. We can tax all this income on the rich. We can tax them. We can tax them. That's how they think. So let's keep inflating. And if we can tax the rich, that's going to help us. But the banks, that's how they're supporting the banks, through inflation. Remember, the banks are they're insolvent. Nobody believes this. They're insolvent. The banks are insolvent. The only way they've been keeping them solvent is to create inflation. So they can tax, when everybody's assets go up, I'm talking about the rich, their assets go up, they get taxed more. And that's how they use that tax money to float the banks, to keep them propped up. The banks are broke. The government's broke. More inflation, they go into the banks, and they can, into the government, and they buy their debt. They buy their debt. The Federal Reserve puts it on their balance. All this game playing, but none of this helps you. So let's talk about the banks and making money in the market. I wish they would. Wouldn't it be nice if they took all this money? They already gave Amtrak $66 billion in March of 2020, that COVID. Now they're going to give them another $70 billion. Wouldn't it be nice if they took that $70 billion and gave it to St. Jude? Fight cancer for the kids. Can you imagine? There's not one penny in here for St. Jude. There's not one penny in here. They want to help people. Why don't they put something in here to send to St. Jude? Couldn't they send $5 million? Couldn't they think, no, they don't care about St. Jude. They don't care about you either. We got to take care of ourselves. And the best place to make money, take care of yourself, is the stock market. Well, how can that be? It's simple. Once you know how to make money when the market's going down, with the same ease as the market's going up, it opens up everything to you. The pressure's off. You people in 401ks, I know you're not worrying about a crash. You don't think a crash is ever coming. I get that. I understand that. You're not paying attention. When's the last time you opened up the statement that came from your 401k? You haven't opened that in, 6 months? Some people haven't opened it up in 5 years. They just think, oh, I'm rich. You're going to lose it all. You lost it all in the dot-com. You lost it all in 1987. You lost it all in the dot-com. You lost it, most of it, all of it in a housing financial crash, and you lost most of it in February 2020 to March 2020, the 31% crash. Yeah, but I got it all back, but it's all fake. It's all fake. When the market went up, after the market crashed from February 2020, it dropped 31% down to March 2020, and you had this big rally. This big rally went up 113%. If you're still in your 401ks, you are nuts. You are nuts. You're insane. You should be getting out of those 401ks right this moment. Right this moment. And you should be buying mining stocks when they're ready to buy. Mining stocks when they're ready to buy. Because mining stocks are going to go through the roof. So let's talk about the banks. So the other day, if you were with us, we would have, when everybody was buying big tech the other day, or 2 weeks ago, I warned you. I said, no, switch from big tech to the banks. And it's worked out beautifully. The big tech's not moving. I warned you. I said, just keep watching the Qs. And that's our key, the NASDAQ 100. If they can't break out with big volume and go and hit 370, first they got to hold 365, which they did, but on terrible volume. That's a signal they're going to start selling off. And I said, now they're going to, so what's happening, they're rotating to the banks. And look what happened. Goldman Sachs went straight up. Wells Fargo went straight. We are in these banks. We're in these banks. We're making money on it. But you're still stuck with your tech stock. But you can make money when they drop by shorting. I'll explain that when I get back. Join my gang, Phil's Gang. Phil'sGang.com. Free. 10 days.
Want more information on this show? Go to Phil'sGang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. What if you could have an in-depth understanding of the stock market just like the pros? Well, thanks to Phil Grandy and Phil'sGang.com, you can. Phil'sGang.com offers comprehensive, up-to-date market information designed to help you understand and anticipate market behavior. With Phil'sGang.com, you'll build your investing confidence even through down cycles and periods of uncertainty. Go to Phil'sGang.com. Phil'sGang.com today. 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264.
Thinking about investing in the stock market? Go to Phil'sGang.com, where we have over 50 years experience in trading and investing in the stock market. Phil's Gang teaches you how to make profits in the market with stock chart analysis, up-to-the-minute alerts, and always keeping you informed with professional guidance in long and short-term positions. Go to Phil'sGang.com or call one of our professional staff to answer your questions. 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Stop wondering about your financial future and start doing something about it.
Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG, try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you, start making money. Please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to Phil'sGang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Did you know breast cancer kills 113 people every day? That's unacceptable.
African American women die from breast cancer nearly 41% more than Caucasian women.
That's unacceptable.
Breast cancer is the leading cause of all cancer deaths for Hispanic women.
Breast cancer is unacceptable.
Together with Susan G. Komen, we're committed to reducing U.S. breast cancer deaths by half.
And we're going to do it by 2026.
Visit Komen.org/unacceptable.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, we're fighting against childhood cancer every day. At the heart of this battle are our donors.
Most of us want to make some type of difference in the lives of others. St. Jude does miraculous work.
The fact that no one has to pay, it's a place where everyone is treated as an equal.
Everybody is welcome here, and it doesn't matter your religion or what part of the world you're from, all that is taken away. It just gives you some hope.
It's just a nice feeling to put your energy into something that really does genuinely make a difference in a child's life.
There's just no greater gift. If we have the ability to help, then we have a responsibility to help.
Finding cures, saving children. St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Find out how you can help at stjude.org.
Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com. Welcome back. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call, 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
Now, the thing is that if you have confidence in the market, the only way you're going to get confidence in the market ever, if you just follow the money. And you know when to get out. 85% of you don't know when to get out of a stock. You have no idea. It's so important. But the real confidence comes when you can turn around and sell a stock short, when the market starts to go down. You're going to be looking forward to a crash. That's when you really, really have confidence. Because you don't have to sit there every day and wonder, should I buy that stock? Is that one going up? Oh, is this one going up? Or is that one going up? And the weird thing is, what happens is, and you can't get this across, is that if you buy a stock at $50 and it goes up 30%, okay, it goes up 30%, and it's not going to go up anymore, and you know it's not going to go up, and it starts rolling over, people get out and they go look for another stock. But all the other stocks went up 30%. So you got into the one that was on sale, goes up 30%. Then you get out, which is ridiculous, and then you turn around and you go buy another stock. But all the other good stocks are up 30%, so you go from a stock that you bought on sale to one that is overpriced because you don't know how to sell short. It's so easy. With my color-coded chart, you get a call to action. It first turns yellow, and it's telling you when you've been in the stock and the stock is up. Give you an example. Right now, TX, Steel, the steel company. And I have my members buy TX. It's up by 25%. Okay, so let's say it starts going down now. The difference between you and my members is that my members, instead of getting out of that stock, putting 25% in their pocket, and then they got to go look for another stock to buy, which they're all up, 20, 25%. They're all overpriced. They're smart. If they think TX is going to go down and they better get out, they just switch their position. First, they check with a color-coded chart. It's patent, it's mine. It first turns yellow to tell you a call to action. You're in the stock, gives you a warning. The institutions are pulling the money out. And then, when it finally turns red, you're positioned to start selling a short and make money on the way down. And then you can protect yourself if it starts to go back up with what a simple insurance policy called a stop. You just put a stop on. It's so easy. Once you learn that, once you understand that when you're getting out of a stock, if you're going to go look for another stock, you're screwed. Because you're buying a stock that's overpriced. And you're going to get caught in that stock. That's why 85% of the people lose money in the stock market. Because they don't know how to get out, when to get out. And they go along with that, they don't know how to turn around and switch their position. So when the stock's going down, think about it. You're in a stock, it's going up, up, up. I don't care if it's Microsoft or Tesla. At some point, you got to get out. All right, so if you get out of Tesla and it's up 130%, are you going to go buy another big tech stock that's up 130%? You're getting in at the top when it's overbought. No. Stay with Tesla, switch your position, and our software is so simple, it's like putting on a light switch. If you can put a light switch on and a light switch off, you can make money selling short. It's easy. Your kids can do it. If you don't want to do it, let your kids do it. You just switch your position. But think about it. So all the stock, like the banks, when everybody was running for big tech last week, everybody was Robinhood. They're all going for 2 weeks ago, buy big tech, because all they heard on fake Business News Network is buy the big tech on the pullback, buy big tech on the buy Microsoft, buy Apple, buy Facebook on the pullback. You're going to get rich. Everybody runs to Robinhood. They buy a quarter of a share. They all jump in. This happens every time before a crash. But this time, I've never seen so many new retail customers in my life. That's the biggest signal the market's ready to correct. But the difference with this market is going to take longer. That's okay. That's okay, because we know what stocks to be in. I got them out of big tech. I got them into the banks. We'll wait. See, the difference is this time they're plowing so much money into the stock market, artificially pushing it up when it should be coming down. Because they don't care about you on Main Street. See, to do that, they got to create inflation. Print all this money to push the market up. Print all this money to buy treasuries, keep interest rates at zero, so they can loan all this money to the CEOs who do not put money back into business investments so you can get a raise. They take all the money and buy their own stocks back. And now, as I always tell you, you know when the market's going to crash when you start seeing that people have to make a decision between making their mortgage payment or their credit card payment. That's when the market crashes. But this time, it's going to be longer because this time, all they do is print money. And they just raised credit so people can go in more debt. They're now debt slaves. They can go in more debt, where they raised it from, I think it was $28 trillion to like $37 trillion or billion dollars. They raised the credit so people could spend more. So they're not in that position. They have to make the decision: do I buy my credit card? Do I pay my credit card or my house? Exactly what they did in 2008 to cause the crash. So stocks can keep going up. So what's wrong with that? All you got to know is which stocks to be in. And I told you it was going to be the bank stocks. So here, since I told you that, we're up Wells Fargo 10%, Morgan Stanley 10%, JP Morgan 5%. These are just some of the stocks. Goldman Sachs we're up, I think we're up about 10% in Goldman Sachs. So we knew when to get out of tech and get into the banks. That's all I'm saying to you. And every day, our members, they know exactly what to do with their stock. They're not by themselves. All they do is go to our portfolio of stocks, and we have a recording, and we show them, have a video, and show them exactly what to do. Give you an example. Goldman Sachs, one of our big stocks. A lot of profit we made in Goldman Sachs. Well, everybody else was buying Apple.
Goldman Sachs, you can add to your long position on the engulfment today.
So he's telling the members, you can add to your position. When did somebody call you with your 401k and say you can add to your position? When's the last time someone called you and told you you can add to your position? Or when's the last time when someone called you and said, I think you better take some profits here? and not only take profits, let's put a stop in. When did someone call you and say, look, we're going to switch our position, the stock's overpriced, the signals are it's going to go down, we got a call to action because it went from green to yellow, so we got to change our position to make money when it goes down. When's the last time someone told you that? They don't. Why?
Our responsibility begins and ends with our partners and our shareholders, and that's it.
That's right. You poor people in 401k, you have no fiduciary. Understand that. You have no fiduciary. Listen again if you're in a 401k.
Our responsibility begins and ends with our partners and our shareholders, and that's it.
Yeah, at least he admits it. Their responsibility is to their partners and their biggest shareholders of their brokerage business. That's who they take care of, not you. So all you people with 401ks who are sitting there today, you haven't even opened up your envelope in 6 months because you think you're a millionaire, you're in for a rude awakening. Boy, it's like a toothache. Boy, don't you forget. You don't remember when the dot-coms blew up and you lost your 401k? You don't remember when the Fed, the housing market blew up, financial market blew up, 2008, and you lost most of all your money in your 401k? No, see, here's what you're thinking about. Gee, yeah, but I don't have to worry because what happened was when this time in February 2020, when the market dropped 33%, I lost most of my money, but I got it back. You know how you got it back? You didn't get it back because companies you're in were making money. That's not how you got it back. Wouldn't that be something? That you got your money back because your company that you're invested in, their top line sales are going in, their margins are getting better. No. It has to do with printing of money. And that printing of money is destroying Main Street. That's called inflation. Join my gang tonight, free for 10 days. Take advantage of this. And all I ask is you make money buying a stock or selling stock short, please help St. Jude. But you've got to learn how to make money when the market goes down. Then you got a new freedom like you never had before. See you on the charts.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
It's up to me to